Hello, I am Shana Smith, and I will be going over my program completion timeline for the Building Leadership Endorsement. So, to begin my journey, in 2003, I began working with court ordered juveniles through the court system, and I absolutely loved it. But in order to do more, I realized that I needed to have a master's degree. So I returned to college and obtained my master's in rehabilitation counseling with the intent of going into um, juvenile probation. But as luck would have it, by the time I was finished in 2007, Emporia State had already offered me a full time counseling position within their department, as I'd been their graduate teaching assistant for the previous 2 years. So I accepted that position and learned a lot about grit and resilience and what helped students make it through college and the extra challenges that were facing them once they got there. I did feel like in that time that I really was drawn to helping more students get to college. So I went ahead and completed the course requirements to become a school specialist in the area of school counseling. And then that brings me to 2016. So in 2011, became a school counselor, pre K through 12th grade. And then in within that position, I did a lot of extracurricular duties. But then in 2016, I began taking on additional leadership roles within our district. Some of my extracurricular experiences are right when I started my job as a school counselor, I started with being the student council sponsor. And I then also volunteered to be the junior high student council sponsor for 8 years. And I greatly appreciated that. It was a lot at the time starting a new job, but I really appreciated getting to know the students so well and the community. So I think that was a really lucky thing that I got to have that right at the beginning of my career. I then took on a softball assistant coach position from 2014 to 2018. I absolutely loved that, but in order to watch my daughter play at a different school, I did have to give up coaching that, but I really enjoyed it. In 2016, I started on our recertification team, and I, as needed, started filling in leadership roles within our district. It turned out I really enjoyed that as well. 2016 and 2022, we had kind of some gaps in staff availability or interest for being the Scholars Bowl and Quiz Kids sponsor. So, in the absence of anyone interested, I did step into those positions to make sure that we can continue to have those activities. And even though they aren't necessarily something that it is my favorite thing that I was drawn to, but I really, really enjoyed getting to know a different group of students better. And I learned to have a great appreciation for both Scholars Bowl and Quiz Kids. So I really enjoy both of those. But if someone comes in, math or science teacher, and is interested, I'd be happy to share and give them one of those or both if they'd like. But I did really enjoy it. 2020 and 2021 were the times when I was really kind of thrown into administrative roles during challenging times, and I was able to pull a team together. And in the absence of our administrators, I created our COVID return to school plan in the spring of 2020. And then I also supported and completed administrative duties last spring in the absence of our administrator once again. So, good experiences that really helped me know that maybe I should step into a more formal role within the administration of schools. Um, so in 2021, the fall, I started taking my building leadership classes, and I continued that through the fall of 2021, and then now I'm in the spring of 2022. I plan to complete in the summer or fall of this year. After completing my building leadership endorsement, I plan to obtain a building leadership position within a junior high or high school setting within the next school year, um, and hopefully continue doing some public speaking. By 2032, I hope to have completed my PhD and teach at a university, continue to write some books, and do public speaking. 2448, I have retirement question mark. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that might look like writing books, some travel, and maybe substitute teach, because I do enjoy being around kids, and I feel very fortunate to get to have time with them. I think they keep us young. So, um, my program completion timeline specifically for the classes is in the fall. I took building finance and special education for building administrators this spring. I've taken supervision and evaluation of school personnel, school law, intro to building administration, and also I am beginning my e-portfolio. For the summer of 2022, I plan to take school and community relations, complete my e-portfolio, and complete practicum during that time as well. 2022 and 2023, so within the next 2 years, like I said, during the 22-23 school year, I would like to apply and at some point during that obtain a building leadership position that's a good fit for the school and a good fit for me. 2032 is that future goal of completing my PhD. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for being a part of this journey and sharing your experiences with me throughout the different courses, and for your guidance. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much.